What's happening, crypto fam and futureverse friends? Welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate taking the time out to consume the content, so thank you. This video is about Buzzies within the Fluf and the Fluf world and futureverse, the open metaverse. Buzzies were introduced during the night. I woke up to a tweet from Party Bears. Welcome to the Oasis, home to many colourful desert buzzies, just like this little bee. So, game ready 3D assets like all the futureverse and open metaverse assets introduced, but what are the bees? What are the bees? Buzzies. Discover this collection of bee companions ready to reclaim their shared seat on the throne as honey harvesting royalty in Fluf world. Discord and OpenSea, for anyone interested in just diving straight in. The links for the website's in the description. We have a comic we're going to circle back to. As a little bit of lore with an interactive comic. I'm going to end. I'm going to do that towards the end. But for now, Buzzies with 5 distinct families and countless traits. Each Buzzie is unique and full of character. Find your favourites and then get ready to craft your own exciting adventure in the Third Kingdom. Well, we know thingies are going to be builders and crafters. So what kind of craft are the Buzzies and bees into? Again, we've got new locations. I'm not going to go too deep into this because I want to make you aware. The Oasis, we've got Hidden Sanctuary, Honeycomb Hives, Desert Buzzies, and Dr. Matty's notes on the Oasis. We can close the notes, go to the next location, and we have Unit 117, Unknown Origins, Irradiated Family, Toxic Infection, and Dr. Matty's notes on Unit 177, sorry. So each new location has a lot of information. That's a video on its own. We're going to dive through all that in a future video coming very soon, probably the new year now. But the Third Kingdom is an evolving universe. It is good to go. It's a whole new world inside Unreal Engine, or made with Unreal Engine, should we say. It's game ready assets, and show me the honey, baby. This is what I was scrolling down to. Honey has a magical, it has magical properties in the Third Kingdom. Now it's yours to create with. Crafting will allow you to connect valuable new assets and consumables and engage your inner alchemist. So for any gamer out there, that should entice a little bit of excitement to let you know what the Buzzies are actually capable of, or at least one feature and function will seemingly be an in-game alchemist crafter, crafting consumables and new assets. Now we've spoken in the past about game development with crafting and everything. Check the game development playlist. There's loads of how we can get in, how we can build skills to build within futureverse. This is what it's all been about, building with, alongside, and on your own, this kind of thing. And with AI assets, we should be able to put a brain in these. I mean, if they've not got one already, which I think they will have because they're mining honey, so they're already pre-programmed. It's basically our AI, just like the thing is ASM with futureverse and open metaverse. It is extremely exciting times. I can't wait for the actual reveal within our wallets to see which specific Buzzies we have actually got. Onto the comic. Little bit of lore, and we know Scotty P loves a bit of lore. So from the Kingdom of Azuria to weird and wonderful locations in the Third Kingdom, follow the journey of Buzzies one chapter at a time. I've mentioned 2 locations there. Interesting. I'm going to knock this down because it has volume on for me, even though you won't hear it. It plays a little tune as you go through it. I did scan it a little bit, but begin the journey. The honey accords. Bears and Buzzies weren't always the best of friends. Some would say they were worlds apart before fate brought them together. Extremely interesting. This is a tale of bears and bees, a story of complacency and kindness that would lead to an unbreakable friendship, changing the course of the Third Kingdom forever. Love this lore team. Well done, guys. Well done. The Buzzies were regal and pompous bunch. Not much for hard work or sacrifice. The ancient empire of bees spent their days luxuriating in lush gardens, surrounded by abundant nectar in Azoria, their giant hive kingdom in the sky. So Azoria's giant hive kingdom in the sky, that's extremely interesting. Got some great art. Bears were, well, quite the opposite. As humble farmers, they tended the most beautiful gardens in the Third Kingdom and thrived on the golden nectar this precious flora would gift them. Despite their size, these gentle giants were as peaceful as could be, preferring the warmth of cozy den to the thrill of adventure. Not the bears you see on open sea. Something happens. But life in Azoria was about to change forever. The Buzzies grew idle and complacent in their overindulgence, and their precious plant life began to slowly wither away. Oh dear. Before they could realize the error of their ways, it was too late. Their golden nectar ceased to flow until not a single drop remained in the once thriving kingdom. Downtrodden and disheartened, they had no choice but to search for greener pastures. Crowns in hand, they weren't so much royalty as beggars for a brief moment. Leaving their ivory tower was a somber affair, but luck was on their side. It wasn't long before they stumbled across the friendliest creatures in the Third Kingdom, the bears, in their own little slice of paradise. While the bears were apprehensive about their new mystery guest, the Buzzies produced an offering straight from the heavens, a generous helping of their last remaining honey. One taste and the bears were transformed. They had a sudden unquenchable thirst for life, adventure and good music. An awakening, inspired by this delectable new delicacy gifted to them by their newfound friends. That very day, a treaty was signed, one that would unite the two species in an everlasting harmony. Oh yes, the partying already. One taste of that nectar, honey, and oh! The bears would share their nectar with the Buzzies, and in return the Buzzies would transport their nectar to Azoria, returning with more honey the bears could ever dream of. Life in Azoria flourished once more, and as for the bears, well, you could say life in the Third Kingdom became one big party. Ah, yes. But bears and Buzzies were more than just friends. They were companions. The Buzzies learned the value of hard work and teamwork. The party bears learned that life's fondest memories lay just outside their comfort zone. Together, they worked to ensure both species would thrive for generations to come. Love it. No, we are. But one curious bear's fascination with these new visitors was an insatiable itch that had to be scratched. Renowned biologist and mycologist Dr. Septus Atlas thought he had a fair grasp on the natural marvels of the Third Kingdom, but these new guests were a conundrum like no other. He would spend days out in the lush meadows with his Buzzie, watching in awe as it ventured to and from the great kingdom in the sky above. What was up there? What secrets were waiting to be discovered? Though, as is often the case, fascination can quickly become obsession, and to outsiders, Dr. Atlas was nothing short of obsessed. Long days in the field and sleepless nights in his study began to take their toll until one day the doctor vanished without a trace on one of his excursions. All that was recovered was his old notebook, with strange ramblings about giant Buzzie sightings on the outskirts of the Third Kingdom. As for your grandpa, Matter, I think he's out there still. Interesting. But that's a story for another night. Ooh. Good night, Matter. Oh, so the comic is to Matter. Interesting, more coming soon. We hope you've enjoyed the first chapter in the epic saga of the Bears and Bees. Where will their adventures take them next? Stay tuned to find out. So, who is Dr. Matty, baby? We can close some of these down now. We've got the comic open twice. Dr. Matty's notes. So, there's a lot of world building here. There's a lot of there is so much to come. It is super exciting and fascinating. But the bees have been introduced. Honey harvesters, companions to the party bears, royalty in Azoria. They will craft consumables and new assets, help you engage your inner alchemist within the open metaverse. Super excited for the future reveal. Super excited to see what Buzzie I've got, and actually debating, going grabbing another before the floor goes, if you know what I'm saying. So, friends, crypto fam, let me know what you think of Buzzies in the comments. We will do a new video soon of new locations. I just want to do a short video as well of creating thingy art and show anyone who's not got a thingy the process of producing thingy art. So we've got new locations and a thingy art video on the way, potentially before New Year. In fact, yeah, before New Year, but probably not before Christmas Day. So yeah, have a good Christmas, have great holidays, take care, strive for happiness. Let me know what you think of Futureverse, what you're most excited about. Drop it all in the comments, like, share, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, do the lot, you know the script. And I'll see you on the next one. Live long and hodl, baby. Peace.